Petty, starting 21st, now has the lead.
And here's how he got it from Rusty.
There we see Bill Elliott and Bobby Hillin. Rusty went in the corner. Looks like he might have gotten a little bit loose as he went in the corner, went up the hill, and all Kyle Petty needed was just a small open, and away he went.
Bill Elliott is running in 18th place, so that means there are 17 cars left on the lead lap.
I think Elliott may have been a little bit loose there too, and Rusty backed off because of it, which
that could be.
Yeah, which allowed Kyle to take the lead. There's Elliott.
Pull away from Rusty Wallace. There's a race between the two rookie cars. This 40 car would normally be driven by Kenny Wallace, the rookie, and Bobby Labonte, the Maxwell's car.
This is for 11th position as Bobby Labonte began this race from 4th, has now fallen back to 12th, but would like to pass Dick Trickle for 11th.
They're right in front of Jimmy Hensley, the Family Channel car, who car went away just a little bit.
Oh, boy, Trickle really loose coming off the corner.
Yeah, he got the back end loose, but boy, he's had cars in that position many times in his career, so he knew how to bring her back.
Labonte took a look. Dave Marcus was there. What's the STG on the side of Marcus's car? Anybody know? I'd like to give that sponsor a plug, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, he has told me, and I can't remember either. I apologize. But
he also has some local sponsorship on that car, Tri-City Aviation.
Yes. You know, Dave Marcus in the 71 car went to the test at Indianapolis for the two-day test and got some local sponsors for the test at Indy. A Chevrolet dealer and
Young Chevrolet in Indianapolis put in some money.
And there we see
now
Trickle finally just moves over and says, go ahead. Yeah. And here comes Hensley, said, you go ahead too.
Martin coming up on that group.
Mark is still 1 lap down. He lost 2 but got 1 back.
He's about 1 5/8 laps down now. He pulled away from the leader.
Now Martin would love to see to run and let the other guys make a pit stop on the green flag and then have the caution flag come out. What the heck? He might end up leading the race again.
Yep, that could put him right back up front, no doubt about it.
He drives around Trickle.
And Dave Marcus tries to get around Trickle, and Trickle once again lost that back end coming off the corner.
Mark Martin has already led this race, so picked up the 5 bonus points, and this is the 15th out of the 21 races that we have been involved in this year that he has led at least 1 lap.
Kyle Petty just passed Phil Parsons, who was running 15th, so now only 14 cars in the lead lap.
Another good battle for position here involves the 15 of Jeff Bodine, the 5 of Rudd, and the 24 of Jeff Gordon. And Jeff trying to move to the inside of Ricky.
That's 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th as we saw late speed right behind the DuPont Chevy.
There's Lake. Robert Gates, Haviland Ford.
As we watch this, Kenny Schrader in the Kodiak Chevrolet, you just saw the glimpse of the top of this car. There he goes, back on the racetrack, minus the front end.
Riding with Jeff Gordon, now looking back on Jeff.
And Ricky Rudd.
And folks, that track is not nearly as flat as it looks from the camera angle.
Bank 36 degrees. As Bob Jenkins said earlier, the steepest bank in NASCAR Winter Cup racing. Look at it bounce. Look at that right front bounce. It goes up right behind Jeff Gordon.
All this happening while Kyle Petty continues to lead this race.
Kyle was pulled away from Rusty Wallace. This is the best racing on the track.
You can see Rudd comes off the corner very well, closes up on the back. We'll see what kind of RPM and speed he's running down the straightaway now. We saw 129 miles an hour before down the straightaway. This time, only 116. So the tires are getting hot, slick. He's not able to get on the throttle back in the corner and get up to speed like he was before.
And he's on the brake right there to go into the corner.
It's a little bit heavy there, the traffic. Here goes Rudd down on the inside of the Derek Cope car.
Oh, it's a contact, and Cope and Jeff Gordon spin, and the caution is out.
And Gordon bumps the wall before he could save it. And both cars are at the top of the banking in turn one. Jeff Gordon and Derek Cope. Now they begin to drive away, but here comes Kyle Petty. And Jeff has some damage there to the left rear of the car.
The left tire is flat.
It's like both of them.
And that's the underneath of the car is dragging. That's what's dragging, making all the sparks.
Yeah, both left tires are flat.
Yeah.
He had a good run going. He was running fourth, but look at the contact coming off four.
Yeah, he and Derek Cope make some contact,
Now
and he runs up on top of the car.
Yeah, look at Lake Speed. He gets slowed down, doesn't know which way to go. He just keeps her slow and then goes to the inside, makes a good move down to the inside, out of harm's way.
And from another angle.
This is from high on top, and we can see just a little bit of contact between Gordon and Derek Cope.
Just a real great job of driving there by Lake Speed. Jerry Punch is down with Rusty Wallace.
They have already changed the right side tires, now changing the left side tires. He is down the way. Right behind Rusty Wallace, they have brought the DuPont Chevrolet of Jeff Gordon in with extensive damage to the front end of the car. Let's check in the back pit now with John Furman where Kyle Petty is pitting.
Jerry, the race leader has already got right side tires. A very, very fast pit stop in, but Rusty Wallace now streaks by. Four tire change, no chassis adjustment, but Jeff Bodine will beat Kyle out. It looks like Kyle will have to settle for about third. Lake Speed, Dale Earnhardt, and Dick Trickle all head down pit road.
Well, I don't know, John, that Kyle Petty went across that white line before Jeff Bodine, but now we'll see how NASCAR shakes that up and see how that works.
I think that's the way. I think that he would be in third place or second place, maybe.
From Jeff Gordon's in-car camera. It sounded and looked from Jeff's perspective as he was involved in the incident with Derek Cope. He came in for some work on the car and now brings the car in for a second time as we are under our fifth caution of the evening. 180 laps are completed in the Bud 500. ESPN Speed World welcomes you back to Bristol International Raceway in Northeast Tennessee for the Bud 500, our annual visit to this half-mile facility under the lights. Here's the pit summary. Kyle Petty was first when he went in, came out third. Remember, he's pitting on the backstretch. Rusty Wallace went from second to first. Jeff Bodine third to second. Rudd stayed at fourth, and Lake Speed stayed at fifth. And Jeff Gordon is in another time, Jerry.
Well, he has some significant sheet metal damage in the right front of his Chevrolet Lumina. The DuPont colors having been crunched somewhat, but that's not the primary problem he has right now. A moment ago, they brought him in, and NASCAR held him one lap here in the pits. They said, I just spoke with a NASCAR official who told me that he was being penalized for running the stop sign at the end of pit road. So they brought him back in and held him a lap. Now, once he leaves, he will also be made to go to the tail end of the longest line. That's because he pitted the first time by, and he had lost a lap on the racetrack. And instead of pitting with the lap cars, he pitted the first time by with the lead lap cars. So he will have to go to the tail end of the longest line. So a couple of penalties, and suddenly Jeff Gordon goes from a victory contender to a big, long afternoon or long evening here at Bristol, Tennessee.
And he's got a badly damaged race car also. Here's a replay as we watch the work on the right front of the car. Here's a replay of what happened when he came up to Derek Cope.
He's going down the back straightaway into turn 3. He'll get alongside of him in turn 4.
And there's the contact between the two. Jeff fighting the wheel, trying to keep it off the wall.